Yeah, good morning. So, my name is Abby. I'm Simon and Belinda's favourite child. I've just got back from Malawi. I've been there for the last 6 months, and I've been told I need to use the pointer, just in case we don't know where it is. I think when I signed up, I wasn't entirely sure where Malawi is, but it's here in Africa. And it has a big lake, and it has some lovely neighbours, although maybe that's not true, I'm not sure about the politics. Their native language is Chichewa, so I had to try and learn some while I was out there, so I can say a little bit. I can say, Wanji, good morning, Zinalagandi Abigail, my name's Abigail, and Dimachokeraku, England, from England. But thankfully, because of the colonialism, they speak English as well, so that was helpful. Most people would identify as being Christian, but there is a growing number of Muslims there as well. Everybody kind of acknowledges God, but their understanding is very different to ours, I think. That's, so it's really great to learn about that. Their population is big? No, small. Their population is only a quarter of us, even though they're smaller in size than us. And most of their population is under 20 years old. I guess their older people aren't living that long, so yeah, interesting. There's a lot of children growing up without parents. I witnessed a lot of orphans, a lot of children just living on the streets, looking after each other without family. And half of the people are living in poverty, which was shocking to see at first. It really took some time getting used to seeing the way that people live and survive. But they are strong people, and they keep going, and they just search for food each day. It's incredible. Their average income is less than $200 a year. So when we compare that to us, a tiny bit of our money goes so far in their country. So we have really the chance to make such a difference over there, and that's really, I loved being a part of that, trying to change in their nation. There are a lot of charities functioning in Malawi, which is incredible. If you've ever sent a shoebox with Samaritan's Purse, it might have ended up there. But I went with a missions organisation called YWAM, Youth with a Mission, and I signed up to their 6-month discipleship training school. And I didn't really know what I was getting myself in for. I knew that I wanted a change. I knew that I wanted to go and do something for God. But it was incredible. I spent the first 3 months in a classroom most of the time. We were studying the Bible. We had lectures from around the world come and speak to us each week. And the purpose was really just to help us to know God for ourselves, to have a deeper relationship with Him, and then learn how we share that with other people. I think my favourite weeks, there's a couple of them up there. I loved Holy Spirit Week. It was incredible. We learned to function in all of the gifts of the Holy Spirit, which I didn't know was possible. I thought you were lucky if you got one. But that was a lot of fun and craziness happening. I spoke in tongues for the first time for like an hour. I don't remember any of it now, but it was great at the time. And then we had amazing times just encouraging each other and prophesying over each other, and that really built us up in our relationships with God. Then also there was one called the Father Heart of God, where I just had a new revelation of how much God loves us, and that our identity comes from that and that alone. And so that really helped me step into my calling and who God's calling me to be. So that was amazing. For the last 3 months though, I have been travelling around Malawi and just trying to share my testimony and the love of God with as many people as we could in that time. And that came through different forms. When we were out, we were able to preach in churches. We were able to teach people of all ages. We led Bible studies. I took part in an awesome orphan feeding program where in the morning they would cook vats like this big of rice, and then the orphans would come and you power their plates high like this, and you just would watch them as they ate it all, because that was probably their meal for the week, so they would eat the whole thing. It was incredible. We also, the youth conferences. We did some youth conferences. It was amazing to see the youth out there, really just so accepting of God and getting really excited about God. Praying for them, trying to answer their really difficult questions about life. and then praying for them and just having the joy of seeing them experience the Holy Spirit for the first time, you know, falling over, crying. It was incredible. I also saw a lot of healings. They're really in touch with the spiritual world over there. They are just, you know, everybody talks about it, everybody's aware of it. And so I saw a lot of healings, but one that really stuck with me was a woman who she couldn't see far away, everything was just darkness when she looked in the distance. And we prayed for her and she just started shouting out colours that she could see in the distance, which was just amazing to see God healing people out there. So cool. So yeah, I just had so many experiences, and for that reason, I'm going back. So I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I just want to say thank you to anybody that knew I was out there for the last 6 months and who was praying for me, because I really believe that helped with my transition into the culture. I mean, everything is opposite from our culture, it really is, but you know, it felt like home really quickly, and I think through your prayers, God really helped me feel comfortable in those situations. So thank you for that, but I need more prayer, please pray for me. So I'm going out to be a member of staff on the next school that's running, so there'll be new students coming in. We've got about 25 students signed up at the moment from around the world, lots of Africans, but also lots of international people, Germany, Sweden. It's called Justice and House of Prayer and Discipleship Training School. It's another 6 months, so I'm going to be a leader this time, so please pray for me that I can lead well, that I can have a servant heart as I'm doing that, and just that the students are able to have the same incredible experiences that I had that just really changed my life. I want the same for them, so I'm really excited for that. The best way to keep up with what I'm doing is Facebook or Instagram. You can add me, I will accept you. I'm able to do, generally able to do kind of weekly updates. Electricity and Wi-Fi can be a bit dodgy, but that's the best way to keep up to date with me if you're on Facebook or Instagram. And you can also see the posts that I've been doing for the last 6 months, although don't look too far back because you'll see all my partying from when I was a bit younger. But that's my testimony, so you can see that through my Facebook. The last thing I wanted to mention, I have brought a few bits with me this morning. In YWAM, we don't get paid. Everybody is there as a volunteer. So I have brought a few things, aprons and bags, that a wonderful lady from the base has made. If you would love any of them and like to make a donation, I would really love to help her out. But yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It's exciting, isn't it? We will pray for you in a moment. Abby, that was just great to hear.